Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually over here in Front Royal, Virginia at the start of the north entrance to the Shenandoah National Park, better known as the Skyline Drive. It's about a 105-mile track from the north entrance to the south entrance, which is where the Skyline Drive ends. I'm going to try to collaborate this video together and all for you all, so I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for sticking around. So let's get on the bike and let's get that ride going. Roll that intro. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Like I said, I'm up here today on the Skyline Drive, the Shenandoah National Park. It starts in Front Royal, Virginia. It's about a 105-mile track to the end, which is the southern portion, which ends in Waynesboro or Afton, Virginia. Where it ends in Afton, Virginia. At the end of the Skyline Drive is where the Blue Ridge Parkway starts, and I believe that's around 468 miles, and that actually dumps into North Carolina and Tennessee. But this is kind of the shorter portion of it. I guess you could say that this is the sort of like the Blue Ridge Parkway. A little bit of a difference is that it's, of course, this is a shorter distance, and I believe this parkway was built in around the 1930s. It's a little bit of history in that. I'll throw that up there. One thing I'll say, a difference between this here, the Skyline Drive, and the Blue Ridge Parkway is the speed limit is a constant 35 miles an hour. So you can't really go very fast on this. And of course on the Blue Ridge Parkway, it's a 45 mile per hour speed limit as well. This looks like a nice overlook. Let's go ahead and stop here and check this out. Feels like I'm gonna drive off the edge of the earth. Let's check and stop right here. All right. Whoa. Off. Let's go check this out real quick. Look at that. I'm not sure what the elevation is. The last one I was up, as far as the elevation, was around 2,100 feet. Different variations of elevations happen here on the Skyline Drive. I think the highest is around 3,000, 3,500. I'm not sure if there's a 4,000 foot elevation and all, but these are the Blue Ridge Mountains. Kind of weaves its way around, and all. It's a really nice day. It's a little overcast. It's about 60 degrees or so up here. A great day for a ride. So let's hop back on the bike and check out some more. There's one thing I'll say about the national park here, the Skyline Drive, is we do get a lot of traffic on this road, especially come here late fall. This is actually 1st of October when I'm making this video, so happy October everybody. There is when the leaves start changing, you got the fall foliage. We get a lot of tourists, a lot of people that come out of, a lot of people that come out of Northern Virginia, you know, parts of, you know, Maryland and near DC. They come down here. It's about, I'd say it's probably about less than 100 miles from DC to come down to here to the Skyline Drive. There is also different, like I said, there's tons of different overlook stops along the way. I'm not going to be able to cover all of them. There is several different campgrounds here. All the campgrounds are, I believe, are dry campgrounds. This is dry dock camping for a lot of these campsites. They're primitive, so you don't have the running water. You don't have electricity, so you know, obviously if you come up here, you bring a camper, you know, make sure you bring make sure you fill your water up beforehand, or make sure you bring some fresh water with you. Also, some of the campgrounds have lodges, cabins as well. If you don't feel like you don't have a camper, or you don't want a tent camp, they do have lodges, and they do have several different options for cabins. You know, primitive cabins. They have larger cabins for larger families or larger groups. One of the campsites or the campgrounds that we'll come up to first will be the Skyline campground. They do have, I believe, at this campground, they do have the lodges. They have the lodge, and they have the cabins as well. And so it's going to be one of the first ones that we're going to come up to here soon. And you can also ride through all kinds of conditions while you're up here. It can be sunny, clear skies, or partly cloudy down in the valley, but up here you could be riding through fog, rain, temperature variation between down in the valley and up here on the Skyline Drive. It can be about 15 to anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees cooler up here than it is down in the valley. So it's best to prepare to dress accordingly, because the weather can change. Definitely, it can be a fluctuation in temperature, a fluctuation in the weather as well. But we did drive through a little bit of fog back there. It is clearing up, but I'm sure we'll be driving through some other clouds as well. Stopping at another overlook. This one definitely, we're definitely up here in the clouds, everybody. Lots and lots of fog. But like I said, if you're down there in the valley right now, it's probably blue skies. But we're up here. This I think it's this overlook I just stopped at is called Hogback Overlook. It's around 2,800 feet or so elevation. It's not that much, but I think I'm actually had a few layers on, because the temperature definitely is about 10 degrees, 15 degrees cooler. So like I said, is you definitely want to layer up and you know, do that, and I'll make sure you bring some extra clothes if you decide to do this little drive. Another thing I was thinking about too was yes, this park, this road does close. It closes around mid to late November. I believe the latest it might stay open is until maybe Thanksgiving, or it might close. I believe it closes right before Thanksgiving, so around November 1st, or the first week in November. They do leave it open for the, like I said, for the fall foliage, leaves changing, so everybody can come here and see those. And it stays pretty much closed until March or April. They shut the road down and don't let anybody up here. So that's one difference, I think, between this road. Another difference between this road and the Blue Ridge Parkway is I don't believe the Blue Ridge Parkway closes, but this road obviously does. Inclement weather, you know, there's a lot more snow up here. I don't believe that they plow this road unless it's emergency or unless it's absolutely necessary, because there, like I said, there is no traffic up here, so they just leave it alone and you know, let nature take its course and melt the snow naturally. You know, 9 months out of the year, April through November, October, you can come up here and enjoy this road and check out some of the beauty that the valley offers. Alright, right here is actually another entrance. This is actually the Thornton Gap entrance from 211. Something I forgot to mention is there's actually 4 entrances to the Skyline Drive. The first one that I mentioned originally starting the video, that's where it begins, but there's that one there, and then there's another one, and then the final one, which is in Afton, Virginia, which is the southern entrance, the end. So you do have 4 entrances to the parkway. There are a couple, like I said, there are a couple lodges up here, a couple camp stores, and there's a tunnel right here. So let's go through this. Turn our lights on. Red Bob. Whee! That's fun. Ah, I forgot to turn the camera on, but we just passed the Skyline Lodge, Skyline that we just went by. That one actually is one that does have cabins, camping cabins, and some other lodges and cabins as well. And also, if you don't want to have to tent camp, or you don't have a camper, then you can obviously you can stay there. It's one of the places. Actually, here's a good entrance to it right here. This is actually one of the entrances of Skyland. It's right there. Let's go ahead and venture on. We're gonna make a quick stop for fuel, because this is Big Meadows Lodge and Campground. This is actually the only gas available up here on the Skyline Drive. So let's go ahead and fuel the bike up and continue on. I guess this is why they call this Big Meadows. Interesting. I'd say this is probably one of the easiest rides I've did for this riding season. I mean, like I said, it's it's a little laid back, kind of a leisurely pace. You can probably do this in about, I'd say, 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, maybe a little bit more. It just depends. Depends on how many times you stop as well. There's a lot of overlooks along the way, so you can stop and just check things out. I missed to turn the camera on earlier. I actually passed the other stop, or the other entrance, which is the US 33 entrance, and that entrance actually is the closest entrance for me to get on the Skyline Drive. I'm about 25 miles from the Skyline Drive, and the entrance I get on is the US 33 entrance. So we're about, I believe we're about 70 miles here on the drive, so we got about 30 some miles left to go. There's a nice airstream. It's actually a really good place to camp up here too. Me and my wife, we brought our camper up here and stayed at Big Meadows campground before. That's actually the campground earlier where I stopped and fueled up and got a quick snack. They got a really nice campground. Really nice facilities too. They do have running water in the facilities for like the bathroom and the bathhouse. But I will say though, it's cold water only. So nothing's heated, no electricity, or well, none per se of that. Actually, I take that back. Actually, I do believe they do have hot water. However, one thing I did discover about this, talking about that, was you got to pay for it. The last time I remember being up here, we camped. You know, they had showers, and you had to pay like I think $1 or $2 in quarters or something like that for like a 5-minute shower. So it was timed. It was kind of unusual. I believe a lot of places in Europe and maybe other places in other parts, just not just the United States, but I think you do have to pay to use the restroom or to use facilities and all. So that being one of those is right here at one of these campgrounds here on the Skyline Drive. That's kind of an interesting bit of information. Stop in this way. I haven't actually been on this side to see the view. There's been quite a few overlooks on this side, and I haven't stopped in to check those out. So let's see what we're looking at here. Wow, this is quite a drop off. Huh. This is actually a pretty good view. That's pretty neat. Huh. I kind of got this thought in my head when I look at these mountains. Huh.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over them mountains?
Well, anyway, let's get back to riding. I feel like I ride the Scout that I get like about an hour. I could do about an hour, 2 hours, usually about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. I need to get off and take a break. My legs get like kind of cramped and stuff, like here on my hips, on my sides and stuff. It feels. I put these highway bars back on here the other day. I'm finally able to fix those. I didn't tell the story about that, but yeah, one of the set screws on those backed off on my way to VAM back a couple months ago when I was heading down to VAM. One of the set screws backed off, and I just decided to take both of them off and not use them and all, since I wasn't able to find like a replacement. Stop here. Stop here and take a quick view. Alright. So yeah, like I said, is let me turn my bike off. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get off every once in a while and stretch my legs out, because they get cramped after I set the way I do. I put put the seat cushion on. I got this off of Amazon. It's like one of those air things. It helps a little bit because I could do the Mustang seat. I kind of wish I would have got a backrest with it. Is this recording? Yeah, it is. I wish I would have got a backrest with it, but I didn't. But this does help as far as a little extra comfort, and makes me be able to ride a little bit longer. All right, let's keep going. Alright everybody, looks like we're coming up towards the end of the Skyline Drive. It may be the end of the Skyline Drive, but this is also the beginning of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So here the next mile or two we'll come to the exit or end of the Skyline Drive. We could keep going, and this will take us pretty much, turns into the Blue Ridge Parkway after this. We could keep going, and we keep going to Tennessee or North Carolina, but we'll save that for another time. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. I really enjoyed this ride. It was a lot of fun. Speed bump. If y'all like this kind of content, do me a favor and hit the like button. Sometimes I put out ride videos like this. Just depends. You can find other content as well that I put out. You also do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We're now leaving the Shenandoah National Park Skyline Drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an exit up here and make my way back home. So I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Thank y'all for stopping by again. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.